Welcome to Game Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the Imagisphere and pull out the next great video game idea. I am the CEO of Game Corp, Bryce.
And I'm the CEO of Game Corp, Beckers.
If the people who are listening to the audio, they probably can't quite experience it with just the audio, but Beckers is currently trying to lift weights and just generally exercise during a fancy business meeting like we have. And also now she's just trying to adjust her mic because this is the time that should occur. Not when we're preparing, right as we have hit the record button. She says, this is the time to move the mic. This is my moment Bryce, to shine.
There's not enough time because we are going to a convention later this week and I need to be swole.
Dig hole.
Get swole, dig hole. That's a game we made. Okay.
Are you gonna tell them about it, or am I? What's it?
I told them some of it. So
okay. Hey guys, this episode comes out on Tuesday, which means you have 2 days to get to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and buy tickets to go to 2DCon.
Pause.
Did you pause?
This doesn't come out Tuesday.
No, didn't I say Friday?
You said Tuesday.
This podcast comes out Friday, and that means you have 2 days. You probably thought I said Tuesday. I said you have 2 days.
You said Tuesday on 2 days.
Nope. This podcast comes out Friday, and you have 2 days to go to Minneapolis, Minnesota, get tickets to 2DCon, which is a video game convention because we make video games and they know that, and they want to hear us talk about that and our video game ideas at their convention. So if you could come and tell them that we are a legit video game company and anyone who thinks otherwise is a liar, and then also attend our panel where we will be making video games, talking about them, not just there will be no computing. That's for other people. And it's at 12:00 on Sunday, the 25th. Sunday, August 25th, 2019. If you were listening to this afterwards, it's happened and it's great. And if you're a Patreon, you can watch the clip after the videos after the fact, and it's up there. If you're not, then just believe in your heart that it went well and everybody loved it. Beckers.
But, watching it afterwards, you won't be in the action, you won't get to smell it.
Yep. Maybe you could tell us your game idea if you come to the panel.
Yeah, and we could even use it before your eyes. It'd be crazy. So that's why I'm getting swole.
Why?
I'm going to cosplay somebody with more muscles than this. Which is like any. So I'm tired already.
Good. In the future,
wow.
when you're done exercising, can you speak into the mic as you do that?
I leaned forward.
You were also moving your arms with vigor, which I don't think helped.
Okay, all right, we're done with this.
Okay. Well, things that we're done with are previous video games, like Food Fight 5. How'd that do?
Okay, so I already forgot what this game was about.
This is
I have a plan.
Game where you had to. It was a battle royale where you had to work and find food ingredients.
See, there's no way I could possibly know what it was about. So I decided I'm gonna ask a magic 8-ball how we did. Isn't that special? Okay, so I pulled up an 8-ball simulator and I put, did our game do good? The 8-ball said that the outlook is not good.
Okay.
So we didn't do very good. And it's time to make a new game, probably.
Okay. Well, if you're not at our live show, there are ways that you can submit game ideas for us to see and read and interact with, and it's through Twitter. It's the only way we know how to talk to people anymore. So if you can just go on that device and hit the hashtag It's the one that's like it's like a square, but like it's all like got more stuff going on.
It looks like a waffle.
It looks like an X's and O's game. It looks like you're like pretend you're gonna play X's and O's, but don't put any X's or O's, just the rest of it. And then put in the words Game Corp, and then put in something like, what if it's X's and O's, but you have to find your actual X's and place them on the board to be able to play the game. I don't know what O's would be in this situation, but you can have X's.
Oh, they want me.
Yep.
No,
That's
they want me. X's.
Oh, please sing more. Please do the whole song.
No.
Okay.
We're not here for that. It's not that kind of podcast. I have a beautiful voice, though.
We have a submission that I stole from Reddit, and it was submitted by Squid Pope, and he submitted
Squid Pope.
Yeah, that's not what we're here for. We're here for his game idea, which was Animal Group Names Visual Novel. Now, what he's referring to is the fact that certain groups of animals, like you could be like, hey, look at those cheetahs, but you don't call them cheetahs, you call them a coalition of cheetahs. And there's others, like a clan of hyenas, or I gotta find the not amazing ones. It's because I don't want to ruin. Go ahead.
Mine's amazing, so I guess I better hold back. Just keep that in there. Something starts with Miss.
A watch of nightingales. There you go. That's your brief preview of what's happening. So, to start off, I think we need a main character. And I think the obvious one here is a bear, because the group name of bears is a sleuth. So, it's a detective mystery. So, in every detective mystery, you need a mystery. And
oh boy,
what's the mystery? Is it like adult? Maybe is there more than one mystery? You know, sometimes like what's his name? The man with the pipe and the Dr. Watson.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yep, that man. Sometimes he's like, hey, I'll find out who your wife's sleeping with. And then he gets there and the wife's been murdered. And then he's like, well, it's probably the guy who, like, knows his wife's cheating. I'll just arrest him. And then that's how the book ends. And so we'll do one of those. We can do some misdirections. And then it turns out it was the first guy all along. So I probably should have like figured out these characters. Okay. Oh, here we go. Freaking harem of seals. There's you gotta. Your main character is a narwhal. A blessing of narwhals. I don't know. That's not relevant at all. That's just the thing. He's a narwhal.
What is if you're the Squid Pope?
Sure. And he is worried that his wife has been at the harem of seals and sleeping with those seals. So you, the bear sleuth, how do they come up with these though? What makes you look at a bear and go, yep, that's a sleuth of bears? Makes sense.
Because they always like, when they walk, their shoulders are all hunchy and their heads are towards the ground, you know, because they're sniffing around looking for clues.
Do you know what a gnus is? Gnus. It apparently is a wildebeest, a large, dark antelope with a large head, a beard, a mane, and a sloping back. That's a thing that exists, and apparently the group name for a gnus is an implausibility. So I feel like though that's some Cthulhu shit where
I'm looking this up because you can't possibly be saying that right.
GNUS. I'm 90% sure I'm not saying it right, but there's too many vowels or there's too many consonants and not enough vowels to make
I don't think it's GNUS. I'm pretty sure
just nus. This is a G sign.
News.
News?
And those are the exact same thing. That's another name for wildebeest.
Okay, well, does wildebeest have its... No, wildebeest isn't its... So it's just...
an implausibility of wildebeest.
Okay, that seems better. Let's just go with that. And I feel...
You're welcome, listeners, for being here for you.
I feel like maybe he's solving some mysteries and then it turns out to be some Cthulhu shit where wildebeest are a unthinkable god because they're implausible.
Right.
And then you have to build a tower of giraffes to reach the wildebeest god and punch him in the face.
Oh my.
Because the group name for giraffes is tower.
Mm-hmm.
Do you got anything here? Because this is me just kind of scrolling through this article and just saying things.
Okay, I have one thing.
Yep.
Did you know that a group of rats is called a mischief? And when I had rats, I called them my mischief. This is my mischief. my mischief.
And then when you were trying to find somebody to take care of them, did you ask them to manage your mischief?
Yeah. No, because I didn't think they would understand.
You're not clever?
I'm really clever. 2 + 2, that's 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths.
Well, then you would be a wombat in this game because they're the wisdom of wombats.
That's right.
This is nothing. I did it bad.
Let's get out of here.
I feel like if I sat down and figured this out beforehand, this would be great. But me just scrolling through an article saying, "Hey guys, did you know a group of chickens is called a clutch?" Isn't anything. There's nothing happening, and I apologize for this. Beckers, can you please indicate what crime you have committed upon our meeting notes? Because now I have to look at a thing that you apparently say is game number 2.
All right, game number 2, guys. Buckle up. Buckle up for this. Okay, so I have to do this one really good so that the picture for our game this week, like the cover of this episode, gets to be this picture. So if you're in the future, probably that's what happened because I'm going to make him do this. This is past Beckers. Anyway, so this idea came around because Bryce asked what I was doing while I wasn't coming up with game ideas when I was supposed to be coming up with game ideas.
So basically all the time.
So like every time we try to do a podcast together, and I said, "You're never gonna believe what I'm doing." And he said, "What is it, porn?" And I said, "No, it's not. God, that would have been like an obvious answer. No."
It's worse. Somehow it's worse.
Somehow it's worse. So I said, "No, idiot. It's a sexy cosplay of the clown from It."
Pennywise?
So I was like, wait a minute.
Have you seen It?
No, it's too spooky.
I wonder, well, like, what was his backstory? Can we, like, I don't know what your game idea is, but I kind of want to just, for 2 people who have not seen It, I want to come up with how Pennywise came to be. Was he just hey, how do you get the name Pennywise? Was he an actual clown? Is he otherworldly who was just like, hey, what was he a demon who was like, I know I have to go up and capture souls and it's this whole thing, but at the end of the day, I just want to entertain people. I just want to make some kids smile, and I'm going to be the Pennywise the clown, and every time he went to his clown camp and went to the deal, everyone died. And then he's just like, guess I'm gonna terrorize some kids. I guess I'm not giving up the clown life. I want to make that 100% clear, Dad. I will always be a clown, but I do have bills to pay, so I will go terrorize some kids.
So, before we go any further, I know what it is.
Oh, what's this? Go on.
I didn't want to interrupt here, but I know exactly what Pennywise is and who he is and his backstory and etc.
Was mine right? Did I do it?
I read about it on Reddit. At times, mostly no.
Oh.
Mostly no.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So why don't you just keep going with that? That's probably...
I like to think Pennywise is just trying to make his dad proud.
Yeah. So what do you think he is?
I mean, I think he's both a demon and a clown. But mostly he's a clown. He's a man who comes from means of being scary, but he wants to abandon those means. It's a nature versus nurture situation here.
I see. Mm-hmm. He wants to make people happy. He's a good guy.
I mean, he literally he's fighting his nature. He painted the smile on his face so that no matter how scary his nature tries to make him, he will always be smiling and entertaining to all who see him. And anyone who disagrees with his dreams is wrong and deserves to be eaten by him or whatever he does to people.
Okay, so you were right.
Yep.
That's what he is. He's a demon, and he shows up and he looks like a clown so that... Because he's lonely, so he tries to be friends with people, and he sees kids, and he's like, I could be a clown. They like clowns.
Yeah.
Right? And he tries to be their friend. That's what it's about.
What can you name the name of one clown?
Bobo.
Bobo?
Bobo the clown.
I'm not sure if that's a real one.
There's definitely one out there.
There is Bozo the clown, the most famous and amazing clown. I remember he had a game show. It was probably the only clown to have a TV show, and I remember watching when I was young, and kids would go on and play games, and I would think I could do that. It was basically Double Dare, but with a clown. But what if we did that with It? What is your game idea? Why is there a sexy It on my screen?
So I saw that picture and I was like, no, Bryce. See, I do look for game ideas. Because this is a video game right here. It's about fashion makeovers of horror movie people to make them more sexy. It's like that TV show where they take people with horrible, horrible looks and they fix them so that people love them more. And that show is? Because looks are what matters.
And that show
I don't know if you're going to let me say it. And it's the name of a TV show, so you better let me. It's Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
I like how you thought that a Queer Eye for the Straight Guy was going to be a taboo thing to say.
Well, I mean...
Yes? I feel like
some people consider that a slur. Okay, some people don't. Some people do, so I don't know.
They took it back. Then now people identify as queer. It's like
I know.
It's just like people identify as whatever you are.
I'm still afraid, Bryce. What?
So
I'm not a what?
So
I'm a who.
Why are they?
I identify as an owl.
Why are they trying to? Why are they being made over? Like, what's the end goal? What did they ask for this?
They asked for this.
Why?
He's lonely. He wants friends, and right now he's scary as fuck.
Okay,
as fuck.
But I thought he wanted to like entertain folks. Is he gonna be more entertaining if he's shirtless like he is in this image that I'm looking at? And I can't not look at it.
I would find him. You just have to think about the right kind of entertainment. Like you didn't realize he was also looking for love. to be a Chippendales dancer.
Yeah, maybe the problem that he wasn't succeeding because he was trying to entertain children, and he is a born entertainer, just not for.
He wants to entertain the ladies.
Yes, or the guys, whoever shows up.
Whoever shows up at Chippendales.
Yeah. Well, does Chippendales still exist?
I'm not sure.
I feel like that's probably not a thing that exists, but who knows? We don't live in an area where Chippendales would have ever existed. Okay, can you please do a audio description of the visual image that I have been looking at? With your words, tell them everything that is on the screen in this image, because I'm sure there'll be people who are looking at the video episode and there'll probably be a picture of this on the screen, but there are people who just listen to the audio and they need to know what you've made me look at.
Okay, first of all, Chippendales exists.
Cool.
Second of all, this picture. On the left, we have a still from the movie It, 2000 and whatever, the new one, of the Pennywise where he looks creepy and he's a really scary clown. He's like looking down and he's like, he's really scary and he's holding his balloon and he's just really creepy. That's the left half.
Mm-hmm.
On the right half, we have a man. Okay. He's in a bathroom because it's a selfie, and where else would you take one? It's not like they have, back-facing cameras now. Nope, you take a front-facing one in the mirror like the old days.
You got to get that wide angle. You got to see the whole package. You don't just want to see.
Plus, your front camera is usually a better quality than your back camera anyway.
I like how you were just like talking shit and all secret.
You're assuming I was sarcastic, but I was being genuine. You got to do this.
Okay.
You got to do it. And it's Pennywise, but wait, he's different. Okay, so he's still got the face. He's basically got the exact same head. The face part of his body is the same. But wait, he's wearing an open shirt, right? So he's basically just wearing like sleeves and like the back part. Okay, what I'm trying to say is it's like an unzipped hoodie that he's wearing. He's not wearing a shirt under it. He is bare-chested, and he's ripped. And remember, like, his head and his face is the same, right? So his body is like chalky clown pale white, but he's freaking ripped, right? And I think it kind of, does it look to you like his nipples are like a little bit too high up? 'Cause I feel like it's partly painted on there.
That could be the case.
Yeah, like I feel like it's. But regardless, he looks good.
Okay. So you would say he's very sexy now. Probably.
Yeah,
you're gonna get.
That's all there is to sexiness is just the chest and abs.
Okay. I feel like this is a solid 9 on our grading scale, but I feel like there's one thing that you could do to really hit that 10. And how he has on the both
nipple piercing.
No. Okay, no. both the Pennywises have the little marks out of their mouth going up onto their eye, going covering, hey, this is where my mouth is, and now it's going up. What if just peeking out of his pants, there were just 2 marks coming up from the bottom? So when you look at that, you're like, I know where that's going. I know where that trail leads.
Right. You can't complain about anything I say. You're so much worse. Wow. Yeah, let's do that.
So I think that's how you make Pennywise sexy. And then okay. Becker's.
He had to clear his throat. He was getting a little hot in here.
Beckers is convinced this is going to be the game that we put on the cover of this episode. That requires
a little more than this.
So we'll have name some other characters that'll be featured in this game.
Who's the guy with the knife fingers? That's Freddy Krueger?
Yeah.
Also Edward Scissorhands.
Okay, I'm not sure he's a horror character. Doesn't he have
not really, sort of, not really though. Like it's Tim Burton.
Yeah.
That's the genre.
You got Jason Voorhees. He's in there. You got scary movie guy.
Scary Terry.
No, the ghost face.
Oh, Scream. Scream dude.
Yeah, that guy. Other ones. That's gonna be great, and it's all gonna be you got to figure out how to make these characters sexy. We're not gonna ruin it for you. We gave you a possibility. We even make this is the tutorial level. We kind of show you we're gonna give you this after image, and we're gonna go, here's a 9. This is a start of how you could make this character sexier, and then we're like, how would you make it a 10? And you just got to bring those red marks up from the bottom. And that's how you do it.
Yeah. And you can't just make them have a beautiful body like we did with it.
I think you got to work with what the character has. Everyone Pennywise.
Everyone knows that underneath that costume, Pennywise is freaking ripped.
Yeah, that's why Pennywise has this big outfit, because he doesn't want people to know that he's just sexy under there.
Yeah, so you got to get Jason Voorhees to take off his mask and show his beautiful, gorgeous, starry eyes and his chiseled jaw that he had all along.
Yeah, you have to find out what makes each of these characters sexy. You have to get to know them on a deep level.
You have to romance them to get to know them better. But be careful, because you might fall in love instead.
Okay, but there is an important thing that Beckers needs to bring to this table if it's going to be the game we go with, and it's a name. Tell me the name of this game, Beckers. Tell me what the people are going to be playing.
Why am I never prepared for this?
She didn't think she'd get this far.
Okay. Nobody panic.
I don't think that'll work for this game. Nobody panic. It's just sexy Pennywise. What if it was see now you just randomly said nobody panic because you are panicking. But what if we called it nobody panic, we made him sexy? Don't be scared of Jason Voorhees. He's sexy now. There's not enough scary women. There's not enough horror women characters. Name a spooky girl. Name a spooky woman character.
Spooky woman walking down the street. Spooky woman you don't want to meet.
Beckers doesn't know how to answer questions. She just starts singing when she doesn't know, which is kind of...
No, it just came to me. Okay, so spooky lady. Bride of Frankenstein. But she's taken. She doesn't need our service.
Also, was she really scary? Did she ever do a murder? Frankenstein's monster. Also,
Bride of Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, so that's the thing though. The doctor is Frankenstein, not the monster. The monster is Frankenstein's monster. So if it's the Bride of Frankenstein...
But who's the real monster, Bryce?
Did the doctor bring this woman back to life so that he could kiss it? It's not for the monster, because the monster needs somebody to love. The human doctor said, I can't find a date. I need to go shopping at the morgue and find my new wife. Is that the plot of that movie?
No.
Okay.
I'm also did the doctor make her, or did Frankenstein make her? Because Frankenstein might have made her.
Well, Frankenstein is the name of the doctor.
I'm sorry, the monster. Oh my god, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Don't bother me. Ugh, he's always bothering me. Ugh.
Can you come up with a name for this game that you came up with? Because we've got a rule here at GameMate Corp. No name, no game. So if you...
Scary sexy.
That's nothing. No. That's just two adjectives set next to each other. That tells nothing.
Yeah, well, okay. But like, so? Okay.
She has placed herself into a thinking trance. She has closed her eyes and placed her hands together as if to pray to the game name's God, saying, please, I ask so much of you, but this time please save me from this thing that I have created. I want to make this Bryce's problem. I want him to make a picture of a sexy Pennywise. Please help me. And now she's just Googling it. Now she's just Googling what's the name for a game of...
I got it.
Tell me.
All right, Bryce. There's a TV show out there, and it's called What Not to Wear. So, what not to scare? Boom. I have to add the air horn to my soundboard. It's coming. In the meantime, enjoy this.
That's nothing. You've come up with worse.
What not to scare?
Okay, I will do that. I will accept that, but you need colon. You need a little thing underneath that is going to give people an idea of what the game is. What not to scare.
What not to scare. Turn your monsters into hotsters.
Okay, you did it.
I did it. Yeah, I went.
Hold on.
Good job.
Oh, wait. Damn it. I thought I had applause. I don't have applause. I just have...
Oh, here. I got you.
Oh, hell yeah!
I got fireworks. We'll go with that. Also,
we both got soundboards.
Also, welcome to the new era of GameMate Corp, where both of us have soundboards, and you, the listener, get to experience that. Also,
yeah, so enjoy.
As part of our new era, we have some new patrons. Beckers, can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I can. So we have some new people who decided to become investors in GameMate Corp. And I have prepared a very small something. Since there's more people now, I've prepared very small poems for each one of them. Are you ready? Here they go. You can't say yes because you're listening and I can't hear you, but I'll assume you said yes. Aaron C., you're the one for me. Alex Weber, you've never looked better. Are you ready for the best one?
Go on.
Andrew Feister, I'll never make you cry, stir. Did you know that not a lot rhymes with Feister? I should have tried like F. I don't know.
Andrew F.
Andrew F. I will never call you Jeff. Oh, God. But together, the three of you could save the world. Like the Powerpuff Girls. Or Totally Spies. Because there's three of you. Thank you. Love you. You too can receive something like this on our next podcast. If you go to patreon.com/lastgeek and you sign up to be an investor. And for $5, you get a shout out on our podcast. Like these wonderful, beautiful people. I was going to do a haiku for each of them, but that was really long. And I couldn't do one haiku for everyone because you would be surprised, like, when when the names alone take up 90% of your allotted syllables, that's all you can do.
Well, thank you again to our Patreon supporters and / investors. Thanks to you, we're able to make the My Hero Academia MMO, my hot new game idea. Becker's is doing an excited face. I thought she was going to say words, but she just has the face.
No, I'm excited. I like that show. That's a good show. I'm rewatching it right now.
New season starts soon. Get hyped. Okay. So, like the My Hero Academia universe, people don't just have like super strength or super speed or whatever. They got all sorts of crazy stuff. There's the first one was just a baby who glowed real bright. And then they got
That's right.
And then they got the mom who can just like float stuff a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit.
You can't deny that would be hella convenient.
It depends on what
You're
level.
like, my keys are over there. Come here, keys. Oh, my keys are in my hand. Oh, my phone is out of my reach. Oh, how convenient. Just easy.
Why are you slurping into yourself?
Oh no, I left my face wash on the bathroom counter while I'm in the shower again. I don't have to leave the warm, steamy shower. I can just towards
Why is that the noise that Honestly, if you had a really good telekinesis but made that sound whenever you used it, I'm not sure I would want that power.
I would. Bryce is just weak.
Okay.
If this was like a dog eat dog scenario, I would win. I would eat Bryce. What? Make it stop. I take it back. Next question.
Okay, so this when you start the game, you are randomly assigned a quirk. It's not always the good ones. It's not the ones that you see in the My Hero Academia show. I don't know. Is it just Earth? Are they just on Earth?
Yes.
Okay, so it's My Hero Academia Earth Simulator because it's you start the game with a quirk and you have to try and get into My Hero Academia on your own merits, and maybe you don't. Maybe you just live in that world and just go to the grocery store, run the shops like all the normal people do. Or maybe you find out some way to use the fact that you have hair that you rip off your head and it sticks to things into a superhero ability and go, this is me. I'm a perv that sticks things to things.
I'm just imagining like these stupid things, like you're walking down the supermarket and your quirk is that your hair sticks to stuff, and you just like the My Hero Academia hype songs playing in the background while your hair just like sticks to stuff. It's like na 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 na. It's like oh god, that's quality.
Okay, so what are some challenging quirks that people could have?
What do you mean by challenging?
I don't know, just some not inherently, it's anything that you would not go, well, that's a superpower. You have a superpower. This is just like a quirk. You know, for all the people, like 90% of the population of the My Hero Academia world has a quirk, but there's like, you know, a few people who are like, well, I'm a superhero. Because most of them,
instead of fingers, you just have big rocks. Not like that big, about like roughly fist-sized rocks instead of fingers. So like maybe in a fight that might be useful, but like 99% of the time, you can't do anything.
But the rest of you is human. Right?
Yes.
It's just the finger rocks.
You just have finger rocks, rock hands.
Can you turn that on and off, or is it always rock hands?
Nope, always.
Yeah, that would be pretty challenging. That would be pretty
challenging.
And
sometimes give up on chopsticks. That's not for you. One stick in each hand.
Yeah, you just have to like eat bowl-based food or just soup. Just soup and a straw. That's your life now.
Oh.
Yep. I'm trying to think of other. Yeah. you could so the competition that Deku, the main characters, had to go through was fighting big robots. Although this has been brought up before, and I want to say it too, because I want to contribute to the fact that how did Invisible Girl defeat the robots? How did she get into the school? Because she didn't get in through special recommendation, because there were some people who didn't have to go through the test because they were recommended, but Invisible Girl wasn't one of those. She had to fight the robots.
Can we talk about how shitty it would be to be her? Because she's invisible all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
But what it's a funny because everybody talks about how hot she is, but they don't know. They don't know.
Oh my god. And can we talk about how she's just naked in her hero costume and that's like a thing? She just is.
Yeah, but to be fair, if you're naked, does it really matter? Or not if you're naked. If you're invisible, does it matter that you're naked?
Can she get sunburned?
No, because the sun passes through her. That's literally how invisibility would work, is that the light would go through her.
Shut up. Okay, next question.
Yes.
When does the food disappear as she eats it? If it disappears the moment it goes into her mouth, that means that she would be really good at hiding things in her body cavities.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the case, that as soon as it enters her outer limits, it is now hidden. And thus, yes, I feel that is the thing about her, that I do not think she could be a superhero. She would be a super spy. She could do all sorts of covert stuff, but she could not.
She could be a superhero. She would just be like a really, really niche. I don't know how to say that word. I'm 26 years old. I don't know how to say that word.
Niche.
But niche. Superhero.
Well, here's the thing. On one hand, no one would know that you saved the person because you're invisible the entire time. But on the other hand, you could say that you saved everybody because nobody can deny it. Or nobody can be like, I didn't save them all. You did not see me there.
I came to work today. Yeah. I was there. I was at my desk.
Just set up like a walkie-talkie at your desk, and if they come by and be like, yep, boss, I'm here.
Well, she wears clothes most of the time, just not when she's like working on her missions, I guess. So, like, she couldn't do that with a desk job because she'd be wearing clothes then. Also, how she couldn't, like, she's rubbing her nakedness on everything. Like, she sits in a chair as a superhero. She's naked. Oh my. What happens when she has her time of the month price?
She's a superhero. Superheroes never bleed.
That's true. Anime girls don't bleed.
Why is this things we talk about on a podcast that we let other people listen to?
They love it. The people love us. I've heard. Okay, let's move on.
Please.
We've been talking about Invisible Girl, and this isn't the point of this game.
Okay, so...
How did she beat the monsters? Okay, they said that you could bring anything in with you, though. So maybe she just brought in, like, a bunch of friggin' bombs.
You can bring stuff in with you?
Yeah, I just watched this episode, like, yesterday. It said you can bring in whatever you want.
Then why didn't Deku just bring in a rocket launcher?
Like a gun? I don't know.
Yeah. An EMP grenade. Like, did they know that going in, or did they just have no idea what was on the other side when they were like, yeah, you can bring anything in?
Yeah, I think they had no idea what was on the other side.
Okay, so then, yeah. Well, so then she wouldn't, like, maybe they were going to go...
Maybe she just... You don't know. Maybe she carries that stuff. Because she is invisible and can't do anything else.
Yep. So that's the real challenge. You play as you all play. It's a My Hero Academia MMO. You all play as Invisible Girl, and you all have to get into the school somehow. Figure it out. This is just us trying to figure out how she got into the school, and we want you, the players, to math it out for us. Figure out.
So you know what I've always wondered with MMOs? We come up with this a lot. We don't really talk about it, but like all these MMOs we make where it's just randomized what you get at the start.
Okay.
Could you not just like delete your character and try again?
Sure, but
until you get a cool one?
I mean, we can just link the account to their IP address, so they would have to like move to make a new account.
Screw you. You can shoot bullets out of your nose at a very only like 30 miles an hour, and that's your power. That's all you can do.
Okay, so whatever happened to that baby who was real bright? Do you think that's definitely that is an option that people are going to end up with? Also,
I thought he had a bright future.
Wow. I will say a small portion, 1% of the player base is created without a quirk. This game does not take place during the show My Hero Academia. This is like after Deku has gone, and like there's a new generation and stuff, and someone is out there with the all for one for all. Which one's Deku have? I keep getting them mixed up.
One for all.
One for all. Yep, he's got that one. So some hero is out there with the one for all ability, and all the quirkless players have to be real. They have to figure out who has it, and it's going to be like a computer controlled NPC. Then there's a bunch of them. There's not, it's not gonna be like, well, it's the one that's not controlled by a player. There's gonna be lots of them, and they have to figure out who that person is, and then they have to be real impressive around them, so that so that the new one for all carrier decides to pick them to be the new hot boy.
And the person who's got one for all, he's not going to be obvious about it, right?
Yeah.
They messed up with him. They gave it to somebody who didn't want to do anything. Like, let's just pretend whoever had it before was like about to die, so he just gave it to the dude next to him. And this dude was like, he's an accountant, and he files his taxes really early, and he goes to bed at 7 p.m. and gets up at 4 a.m. and basically, he is just so boring. He doesn't fight crime either. So you have to figure out who it is among the masses of nobodies, because that's who it is.
And maybe the way you do this is you become a villain, so that you can start attacking people, and so that maybe you can get him to reveal himself, because like you'll attack his accounting office, and then he'll be like, well, I can't, I gotta save everybody, and finally he reveals himself, and then you can get him, and then you can.
You know what's funny, Bryce?
Yeah.
I was gonna say something like really heartwarming, right? I was gonna be like, and that's how our game is gonna teach you to be nice to everybody, because you're going to learn all their stories of the people who you think are useless because they might be the guy, but then you find out like, oh, he actually tries really hard to like help the homeless and whatever. And it's not the right person, but it was close, he was a good guy. Now you learned about him, and now you don't think he's worthless. And then you're like, but you're going to be a super villain. And you're going to beat people up.
I mean, it's an option. Like all good MMOs, we give our players options. I mean, here's the problem. If you do play the supervillain route, you might figure out who has the power, but I don't think he's going to be like, well, you did figure me out. Here, let me give you my super strength. You seem like a swell dude. You did murder a lot of people. But on your alt account, you're a cool guy. On your alt account, you're a swell person.
You know, they can give that power to anybody. They don't
Yeah.
have to be quirkless.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
So
that was the
let's just
thing.
make the whole world look for this one person.
Yeah, I mean, you would definitely be the hottest shit, but obviously, I think if you're quirkless, you have a higher chance of him thinking you're cool, because you gotta, even though you don't have any powers, you're still trying to be a hero.
So you can be trying to find this person, or you can be working with the quirk you got. You can be shooting your booger bullets at people.
Also,
Or
I mean, All Might was just trying to find was going to teach at the school and just be like, well, the coolest student, I'm gonna give him my power. So maybe the new All Might is just like, well, I'm gonna do that. Other guy had a good idea. I'm gonna just do that. I don't know why he didn't do it. I'm gonna do it this time. So maybe the route is to just use your power good.
who do you think he would have given it to if he hadn't met Midoriya?
I mean, Ice Flamboy.
No, because he's not that nice. That's not what I'll make.
I think right away he probably wouldn't, but at this point, after his maturity, he probably would have. You know who he would either Fast Boy, either that or Gravity Girl. Gravity Girl.
Yeah.
She seems very
she's a nice girl. She's
Yeah.
a cutie pie.
her and All I would get along very well. So yeah, I think this is a cool game. And if you don't know what we're talking at all about, go watch My Hero Academia. It's really great. This isn't sponsored by them, but damn, that would be cool if it was.
Hashtag not an ad. So let's play a game that doesn't alienate everybody who doesn't watch that one particular show, which is hopefully nobody because it's a really good one. My next game, that's what we were going for. So my next game is from another game idea bot I found on Twitter, which is where all my good ideas come from, except for the ones that I make up myself, which are the best ones. And coincidentally, it's the name of the bot is called @YourNextGame. So that's my next game. It's from them. And they said, a free-to-play farming sim about sad magical girls. And I was like, hey, me and Bryce, we're both from South Dakota. So, that relates to us because of...
Wow, way to dox me.
Because farms. And then I'm also a weeb. And I don't know if Bryce identifies as a weeb. But
I don't believe I do. I watch dubs, not subs.
See, he's one of those. Anyway. So I feel like we can play in this space, right? So here's my idea. Free-to-play farming sim about sad magical girls. I think this is where magical girls go to die. And that's why they're sad, right? So these ones were the ones that weren't good enough at their job, like fighting evil or witches or aliens or rescuing animals. I'm trying to remember all of the magical girl shows that I've seen or heard of. You get the idea, protecting the moon princess, etc. So they weren't good at their job. So the world was like, sorry, you got to go work on a farm because that's all you're good for. So the ones with water powers, they grow the crops. And then the ones that can grow plants, they grow plants.
Have you played Stardew Valley?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I was kind of thinking that maybe this could be a thing where it's a farming simulator and the magical girls are the girls in the village, and maybe you have to grow things that'll help them get their powers good. Maybe they lost their powers and you have to heal them
and
with
that's
your
why they're sad.
Yeah, and you have to heal them with your farming abilities. And then yeah, it could be good. And then it's also we don't tell players about this. We're just
they don't know that they're magical girls.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that there's a countdown, and you need to help enough of the girls because after a year the village gets attacked, and if they haven't regained enough of their powers, then they're not going to be able to fight off the bad people.
I'm just picturing like Harvest Moon. And you're making stuff and you're giving stuff to the girls and they're like, yay, I feel a lot stronger now. And you're like, huh, that's kind of a weird way to put it. And then they're like, wow, you have blue hair now? When did that happen? Wow, looks good on you. You know, and like you're going through the game like this and they're just slightly different. And then
all the girls look real bad at the start.
They all look like plain brown hair, brown eyes, blonde hair, blonde eyes.
Yeah.
Just very normal.
It's gonna be like the reverse of Stardew Valley, where everybody's like, "Hey, this is one's clearly the best," and stuff. Like this one's got purple hair and is all cool. Like they all look the same, and they're just all like, "I'm Sharon. I like sharing." It's like my name.
And then like a little farther in, like as the game goes, they just get a little weirder, weirder. Like my name's Cherries now, and like and her hair is red now, and it's bright red, and her eyes are red too, but it's a cute red. And now the next time you see her, there's stars coming out of her head, like. And the last time you see her and you're like, she's like floating off the ground a little bit and you're like, okay, I know something's up. I know something's up this time. I know there's something's weird. And then you walk outside and then just like aliens are landing in your little town and they're trying to burn everything down. And then the game just changes. I'm picturing like I was really excited. I'm picturing dramatic cutscenes with like suddenly they're like way more detailed graphics and like their hair's blowing in the wind and they're like, you can't hurt my village.
So does this go from a pixelated Stardew Valley thing, and then when this happens it literally turns into an animated visual novel type situation?
Yes, that's what I want. This is exactly what I want.
And you can only access the like characters and abilities of the girls who you have like healed with your farming abilities.
Yes, and then you have to and then you're just like completely not prepared for this, and there's no directions. There's no directions at all. Suddenly you have to fight a battle.
You were just like, oh, this is a cool chill farming game. I'm gonna grow some turnips and stuff, and maybe I'll talk to the villagers sometimes. It'll be fine. Oh, this girl likes turnips. I'll give her a turnip, and also I don't know, her eyes are real bright this time when I talk to her. Like as you give them the stuff that makes them happy, they start to become healed and stuff. And I don't know, do we want to have it revealed that they are magical girls right away, or do we have them get more bright and more interesting, but before you're like 100% sure that's happened, they just like kind of disappear from the village? And the more that you help, they kind of leave the village because they're going to go do the magical girl shit. But when the aliens attack, they're all back. They're there to help the gardener, the farm person who healed them when they need them most, because they're back to heal you.
Yeah, it's
from
like
the alien attack.
It's like one time you just wake up in the middle of the night, and like these games don't do that, right? Like you go to bed, you wake up, it's morning. That's what happens every time. Like once you just wake up in the middle of the night, and it's like there's like really loud noises coming from outside. You go outside and it's nighttime, and then you're like, oh, whoa, oh my god, there's aliens everywhere. And your barn's on fire, and then like the magical girls are back, and you're like, whoa, Tina, and she's like, I'm not Tina anymore.
Okay, Beggars, I'm gonna need some things from you. I need at least 5 magical girls. I need names for all of them, the color of their hair, their powers, and one thing that you can grow on a farm that would recharge their magical abilities.
Okay, you can grow strawberries.
Okay,
easy. Half of them are named Strawberry anyway. And then
okay,
there's one of them.
What's her name?
Her name's gonna be Tina.
Okay. What color hair?
She's gonna have like She's just gonna have like light brown hair and brown eyes at the start. And then you feed her a bunch of strawberries, her hair's gonna turn bubblegum pink. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then her eyes are gonna get bigger and her hair's gonna get like curlier. It used to be just perfectly straight, but now it's curly. And then she's gonna go by when she comes back, she's gonna demand that you call her Sailor Bubblegum.
Are they all gonna be sailors?
No, that's the best part.
Okay, good.
Only her.
you got Sailor Bubblegum, and you got to feed her strawberries to be good. What was her human name?
Tina.
Tina. Okay. Mm-hmm. Go on.
Mm-hmm. And then you have Martha.
Martha, like the Batman character.
Yeah, it's like not to be confused with Batman and Superman's mom. I'm sorry. Batman versus Superman, that movie really like
it sticks with you.
Left a bad taste in my mouth with that Martha thing.
It sticks with you because it's so good.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't forget the good times you shared with those characters.
Martha? I'm dying. I'm gonna say Martha.
That'll be. Yeah, I always say my mom's name before I die.
Yeah. Not like my wife or anything. Whatever. Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, Martha, and she's gonna have like black hair, and it's gonna be short. It's gonna be like a bob, and it's gonna be like just right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's Martha, and her eyes are gonna be like lidded, and she's gonna be like her eyes are be all droopy, and she's gonna be like sad, and you're gonna be like, dang, Martha, you're a real drag. Is that because your sons are jerks? Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So you feed her
Yep.
You feed her watermelon.
Watermelon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Martha loves watermelon.
And her hair turns green.
Okay.
And it turns into spikes coming out of her head. Like, it's still hair, but it's like that anime character style spiky hair.
Yep. She'd do real good at the My Hero Academia MMO.
Yes. And she is going to be card captor Starshine.
Okay. You do need to tell me, and I didn't call you on this on the last one. What was Bubblegum's powers? What sweet moves can she do?
She can blow bubbles.
Okay.
But like big bubbles.
Big bubbles?
And they're strong bubbles, like shields.
Okay.
And also she can like put the bad aliens in a bubble, and then they float up, and then whenever they're floating away, they have to go Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Okay. That's
Sailor Bubblegum.
Can you tell me the name of the second character again? The second character.
Card captor Starshine.
Okay.
Right?
What's their power?
She uses the power of the stars.
Okay. Real bad during the day. Don't let aliens attack during the day. She's useless.
Yeah, exactly. She uses the power of the stars.
Even though the sun is a star.
Even though the sun is a star. And it's kind of like Pokemon, where she captures things in her cards.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And then once she catches them in their cards, they fight for her, right? So she comes preloaded with a bunch of stuff caught in her cards. And she throws them at people, and then she catches them and adds them to her collection. And
I think when she's in her human form, she's always like playing solitaire.
Yeah.
She's always at the I don't know. Are they old? Is the village old ladies until you heal them, and then they get younger and also their hair gets colored, or are they your age?
I think it would be best if they were geriatric. Yeah.
Okay, I kind of like the idea of them all being super old, and they're basically you're kind of like, is this a game
the wrinkles
about
just kind of like fade away a little bit as they get healthier?
Yeah, people just play and are like, is this just a game about being nice to old people? And then it's not. It's something else. Give me that number 3. Let's hear that number 3.
Last girl, our third girl, she's blonde girl.
Mm-hmm.
And her hair's just like normal, I guess. Whatever. I'm okay. I did like straight and long, and then I did short, and that's it. That's how short or long. Those are the options. Yeah. So now she's got hair also, but this time it's blonde. And her hair is her name beforehand is
human name
is Gertrude.
Gertrude.
Mm-hmm.
And she loves.
Gertrude loves grapes.
Gertrude loves grapes. Okay, and her hair becomes.
You guessed it, purple. Yep.
Because they lost their color and they need to eat the thing of the color of their hair.
Yeah. Yes.
And her powers give her the. Wait, no. Have you named her yet?
No, I haven't given her her special name yet.
Okay.
She's gonna be. I have an idea. I can do this. Miss Magica.
Okay. And Miss Magica can do.
She has a magic wand.
And
it shoots stuff out of it.
What kind of stuff?
Magic. Just magic, okay? Just magic. So, like, and it hurts. And when she's feeling more emotional, it's going to be stronger, Yeah? Yeah, magical girls. That's what they do. They get emotional. Their magic gets better.
I've never seen a Magic Girl anime.
Well, it's basically where tropes go to live. Okay, so.
Number 4. Bring down contestant number 4.
Okay. I have to think of one more. Okay. Oh, I got one. I just have to think of a color. What color did I make the third girl? The watermelon girl.
Green.
Green? Okay, good.
Because the watermelons.
Well, are you saying that, or is that what I should have done? But
No,
either way,
it's green.
Okay. She's green. Sorry, I dropped something. Okay, she's green. So,
Yep.
So this next girl, you need to feed her blueberries. You look so disappointed. Oh my god! And her name beforehand is Edith. Edith.
Yep.
You gotta feed Edith some blueberries. Her hair turns blue.
Okay.
Hair turns blue.
Yep.
And then she turns into. Oh man, the depths of my weebery is about to come to light. She turns into. I have to come up with a name. Well, here's the thing. All the magical girls in the show I'm thinking about are already named after food, and I just had the one blue food I knew already. Oh. No. This is it. She's gonna be Mew Blueberry.
Mew Blueberry.
Yes.
Okay.
That's literally, it's called Mew Mew Tokyo is the name of the show.
How odd.
It's bad. And I loved it. Anyway.
Was that all the capabilities of your anime girl?
She's gotta have a power or something.
Oh yeah. She's gotta have a power.
Let's just give her a freaking bow and arrow. All right, good enough.
Magic bow and arrow. Okay. So that I feel like this is we have used up all the creative abilities that Beckers has at her beck and call.
I feel smoke coming out of my ears.
I have
my beck and call.
Now I did ask for 5. She has provided 4, but because
What? That was 5.
you said 4,
Isn't it?
No, you did name them.
There was that list one named Tina. Tina.
Can you tell me the colors you chose?
I did a pink one. I did a purple one. I did a green one. I did a blue one. And I also did a yellow one. Didn't you remember?
No.
Banana?
There was the one that started off with blonde hair.
I did. Okay, here, let's do it this way. I did a sailor. I did a card captor. I did a Magica. And I did a Mew, whatever. No, you're right. I did 4.
Yep. Okay.
Well, the last one would have been a banana girl.
No, because I have I have a 5th one, and it turns out if you were very nice to the horse that you rode around to take care of your farm with the entire time, once the aliens show up, they also change colors, and it turns out they were a My Little Pony all along. little mark on their side starts showing up as you're nice to it, and it does some cool magic abilities.
You're so smart.
Thank you.
I feel like that's gonna get clipped.
That's gonna be added to my soundboard.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I do think that if you get them all, if you fix all the sad magical girls and make them into happy magical girls, I think you get different endings depending on how many you help and like which ones you help and stuff. But to get the true ending, the best ending, you got to help them all. You got to bring back all of their abilities and powers, and then a 6th magical girl shows up with rainbow hair.
And it's that girl, Rainbow Bright.
Yeah, sure. And she's there, and it's great.
And then at the end, you all have to do a K-pop song together, and you dance, and that's the ending credits.
Yep. And it turns out that we
squeezed a rhythm game at the end.
Yeah, we said it was a visual novel. Turns out the second half was actually a rhythm game.
Farm game. Then there's visual novel / there's gonna be like a little fighting part, like an RPG, like Final Fantasy or something style fighting, and you don't know what anything does. You weren't ready for this. The timer's ticking, and you just gotta press the buttons. It's time.
Okay. What can we call this game that will make them just be like, this is a good farming game that I'll play, and if there's some way that we can hint at the true meaning without giving it away.
Out of this world farming. Because aliens come.
I feel like people would be confused if they just start with a deal on Earth. I feel like the true color of hard work farming the farm.
Healing Meadows Farms, because you're healing girls.
The fruit of your labor is magical girls.
That's the secret description. You can't see that till you beat the game.
This game isn't about magical girls. The farming simulator.
Let's just call it extra. Let's just call it a very normal farming simulator. And that'll imply that something isn't normal about it, but you don't know what.
Yes, I like it. And then also the dumb kids will be like, yes, another farming simulator. Because there are many games that just say farming simulator. And they'll be like, yeah, it's just another one of those. And they don't know about the anime girls.
Yeah.
No one suspects anime girls. Okay. So now that we've made 4 games, we've selected them, we've looked at them, I think it is time to go with the farming game. Oh, hate to see it, but it ended up the farming game all along. No sexy clown person for Beckers.
No sexy Pennywise. I can't even be sad because a game about magical girls won it again. So like I can't even be upset. It still feels like a win for me, you know?
Has that happened? I don't remember that happening before. Have we made a Magical Girl game before?
Yeah, that was Magical Girl Maker.
I don't think we
made that once, and it didn't win.
Yeah,
it didn't win.
We didn't like we didn't make the box. We just
won,
said the words.
It won in my heart.
Yeah. Well, if people wanted to find out what else was in your heart, where could they look at Twitter or other social media platforms?
If they wanted to find out what was in my heart, they'd have to look pretty deep into the my chest cavity, because it's inside of there.
That was worth the wait.
Thank you. Twitch.tv/Dr. Beckers with an S. And then on Twitter, twitter.com/Dr. Beckers with a Z. Because of that lady.
Yep. Also, make sure, if you have been listening to this podcast, make sure and follow GameMate Corp on Twitter. It's spelled like the podcast. Also, on another Twitter account you can follow is Last Geek. That's me. I'm on there. Also, I'm on Instagram. Sometimes I'll post clips of this podcast. Sometimes I won't. And facebook.com/lastgeek. There's a Facebook event for the live show on there. Click on it. Thank you. If we see you at the live show, please tell us you listen to the podcast. I think we'll be playing to a bunch of people who have never heard of us, and we have to introduce them to the concept as we're doing it. It's going to be great. Once again, for the 5th time, thank you to our new investors. And remember, have fun.